Okay, so what you have to do is you have to open the software which is DWG editor, and what you have to do is first thing what we have to do, we have to draw the reference line. So you select the reference line in the entity properties and you type L, enter, you give again, you give enter. சரியா ஒரு வாட்டி enter கொடுத்தா போதும். Then you select the midpoint of this and you select the midpoint of this and you give escape. சரியா if the midpoint is not getting selected in the line, then what you have to do is you have to go to entity snap settings and you have to select this endpoint and midpoint. So if you select the midpoint, it will come automatically. சரியா and you give OK. And now what we have to do is, if see we have a point over here. So in the point click panni, I am clicking now, my point is created, but you see my point is created not according to, which is not even visible. So that's the point வந்து create ஆயிருக்கு, but it is not visible. So we have to make the point visible. சரியா because here point is our object which we are going to draw. So anga we have used orthographic projection. Anga வந்து we have drawn orthographic தான் வந்து dark we have drawn it. But here what is our object? Our object is a point. So we have to make our point in such a way that it is visible for everyone. சரியா so you delete this and what you are going to do is you point, you type point and you give enter. Okay, what it is asking? It is asking for settings or you have to give multiple points அப்படின்னு சொல்லி it is asking. சரியா so what I have to do? I have to go for the settings and I have to change the settings which I have done. So you type set and you give enter. So now we have, the software is having many different types of points. It is having a square point or plus into, so you can represent any one point and you have to increase the size of the point. Correct? So what we will do is we will select this point because this point is looking very beautiful and we will select the point sizes. How many mm? We will select it as 3 mm or 4 mm. We will keep it as 3 mm is this much. Okay, we will keep 3 mm and you give OK. And now you select point, now you draw a point. Now what it is visible? Visible or you change it to the object. Here so I will keep it as 5 mm. This one is not looking very visible. Again I am going to point settings, I am changing it to 5 mm. Absolute size I am keeping it as 5 mm. சரியா okay. Now you select the point and now you change it to the object. Okay, now it is visible. Clear? Okay, delete, you change it to the object line. Now you place a point. So you can give multiple points. See, if I give multiple points, I can place how many number of points வேணாலும் நான் வந்து I can place it. But here I will tell you another one method for easily drawing this experiment. சரியா so you place one point on the reference axis. Okay, the question, how many points do we have? How many points? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what you are doing is you select this point. சரியா you select this point, you select this point. In this point you have to select it, whether you have to go and click this point or else you select it like this. சரியா and we have a command called as array. You know what is an array? Collection of same types or everything. So if you have a circular array means, so we have 8 points on the circle. Circular you have to divide it by 8 points அப்படினா you have to give circular. சரியா this horizontal ஒரு 8 points தள்ளி place பண்ணனும்னா you have to give horizontal array or என்ன array பேர் தெரியல பார்க்கலாம். ஓகேவா so you give array and you give enter. Type of array, only 2 types it is asking. Very good. One is polar array, the other is rectangular array. Rectangular array is nothing but placing it in the form of a rectangle. Polar array is nothing but it is a circle. Correct? So I am giving rectangular array. So you type REC and what we are doing, we are giving enter. Now it is asking number of rows in the array. How many rows do we have? How many rows do we have? Only one row. Very good. If this is row, this is column. Correct? So how many rows do we have? Only one row. So you give one and then you give enter. How many columns we have to divide? 8 columns. Very good. You give 8 and you give enter. Now what it is asking? It is asking for the horizontal distance between columns. So over point how many difference I have to be placing it அப்படின்னு வந்து கேக்குது. So what is the total length of this? 296. 210 into 297. So this is 210, this is 297. Alla 10 is gone here and gone here. சரியா? So how many we have? 277. 277 divided by 8 போட்டீங்கன்னா you will be getting one value. That value you keep it அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். So you keep it that, or else I am typing simply for 20 and I am giving enter. Now it is looking very small. 30 கொடுத்திருக்கு. சரியா? So if you give 30 parallel, how many points? 8 points will be created in even gaps. என்னாகும்? Created. சரியா? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I am giving control Z. For undo what we have to give? Control Z. Again I am selecting this. CP counting array, enter. Type of array is rectangular. Number of rows is 1. Number of columns is 8. Distance between columns is 30 mm. Now it is looking very good. It is looking in an even size. At the question is we have marked the reference point. Before this point we have to move it above or below. Correct? So what we are going to do is, point is 30 mm above the horizontal plane. So you keep this, right click, move, irka, move, click move. It is asking for a, in a brackets la. It is asking for a base point. You select any one point in this line. Seriya? You can select this point or any one point in this line. How many mm I have to move? 30 mm. So you give 30 and you give enter. Seriya? Now this point is exactly placed 30 mm above the horizontal plane. அடுத்து it is telling that it is placed in front of vertical plane, which means that கீழே top view வந்து எங்க வரும்? கீழே வரும். So 30 mm in front of vertical plane. So right click, move பண்ணுமா copy பண்ணுமா? Copy. So copy, select this point. How many mm? 30 plus 25. How many? 55 and you give enter. Seriya? Now this point is created. You select the projection line and you draw the projection line over from this point to this point. You draw projection line and you mark the dimensions also. From this point to this point it is 30 mm and from this point to this point it is 25 mm. Okay. Next question. இதே மாதிரி எல்லாத்துக்கும் மார்க் பண்ணிக்குவீங்களா? Will you do it? Very simple. What is the command you learned today? Array. So now you will be able to do array. Circle divide பண்ண சொன்னா divide பண்ணுவீங்க. How many columns, how many parts, you have to keep it even. You will be able to draw that part. சரியா? இது வந்து நிறைய விதமா you can draw, but according to me, because I am experienced in this, I am telling that to draw it in a faster way. So a good designer na என்னன்னா ஒரு perfect designer, ஒரு design engineer வந்து எப்படி வந்து categorize பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, every engineer will draw, every designer will design the part, but timing is very important. ஒரு part கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா அந்த part வந்து fraction of secondsல complete பண்ணணும். இந்த experiment கொடுக்குறேன்னா அந்த experiment வந்து அப்படியே டக்குன்னு போடணும். சரியா? So that is an expert in drawing. So அவங்களுக்கு தான் வந்து preference வந்து அதிகமா கொடுப்பாங்க. Even in IT, you do coding slowவா போட்டுறதா என்ன ஆகும்? Customer will not accept you. He will reject you. So whatever it is, you have to be an expert. So expert ஆகணும்னா you have to learn all the commands in the software. So என்னென்ன கமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குங்கிறத எல்லாமே வந்து ஸ்டடி பண்ணி போடும். சரியா? ஈவன் இந்த சாஃப்ட்வேரோட புக்லேயே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லா கமெண்ட்ஸ் போட்டிருப்பாங்க, பட் கேட்டகரைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. You do categorize, you do what is the point, what are all the comments needed for our subjects, என்னென்ன கமெண்ட்ஸ் நம்ம சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு மட்டும் தேவைப்படுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு புக்கு கூட ரெடி பண்ணும். சரியா? அந்த அளவுக்கு இதில் ஸ்கில் இருக்கு. சரியா? ஸோ யூ லிஸ்ட் டவுன் ஆல் த கமெண்ட்ஸ், யூ லேர்ன் ஆல் த கமெண்ட்ஸ், யூ ட்ரா ஆல் த பார்ட். How many of you வந்து completed orthographic projection, all the 4 drawings in the software? At least 3, at least 2, at least 2. 1 2 3 4 5 7 8. Good. ஓகே, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் படித்தா பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் எத்தனை சப்ஜெக்ட் படிக்கிறீங்க? 6 சப்ஜெக்ட் படிக்கிறீங்க, கஷ்டம். சரியா? பட் மேக் ஷூர் when you come for the next lab you brought and come all the 4 drawings. சரியா? You spend at least 1/2 an hour or 1 hour in your home and you brought and come. If you have any doubts, you ask me or post பண்ணுங்க. எந்த டவுட்டாக இருந்தாலும் I am ready to clarify. சரியா? இதுக்கப்புறம் one thing I have missed it here. என்ன மிக்ஸ் பண்ண, சாரி என்ன மிஸ் பண்ண? Dimension C. For all the part you have to mark the dimension exactly 10 mm from this. சரியா? எல்லாத்துக்கும் ரெஃபரன்ஸ் லைன் வரைஞ்சிருக்கணும். எல்லாத்துக்கும் பாயிண்ட் வந்து ஆப்ஜெக்ட் லைன்ல தான் போட்டுருக்கணும். இதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து மைனூட்டா வந்து I will check everything. சரியா? மைனூட்டா each and every drawing I will check it in the lab. Everything has to be perfect. சரியா? Starting from the title box nameல இருந்து everything I will check it, everything has to be perfect. Top view னா A தான் இருக்கும், front view னா A dash இருக்கும். பாயிண்டோட சைஸ் எத்தனை mm? 5 mm. 5 mm னா ஸ்டாண்டர்டா everyone has to follow 5 mm. சரியா? Dimension should be exactly 10 mm from the object line. So it has to be exactly 10 mm from the object line. சரியா? Orthographicல அதே மாதிரி you should not draw the dimension inside the object. You should not overlap the dimension. சரியா? இந்த மாதிரி certain rules எல்லாம் வந்து நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் ஆல்ரெடி. So everything you have to follow it perfectly. இந்த பையன் வரையறதும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கணும், அந்த பொண்ணு வரையறதும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஏன்னா அந்த பார்ட்டை வந்து கொடுத்தா வந்து மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணி தரணும். சரியா? புரிஞ்சுதா?